Good morning. Hello, 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 all, and welcome to the Good Witch. This is our morning intuitive tarot reading and guide throughout our day. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, and comment in love. If you are new, welcome, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back, y'all. So, I hope you actually worked through the processes yesterday and had an amazing day, created an amazing day, because you can do that. You can always do that. So our first oracle card of today, please remember to like, share, subscribe, and comment in love. I'm not salesy, so I always forget to say stuff like that, but I really need you to do it, okay? Sticking with the Literary Witches Oracle deck, the card I pulled for today was the Book. I told you these cards are beautiful and they're simple, but they're textured and they have so much weight to them. So, and I don't mean physical weight, I mean spiritual weight. I was thinking today before I pulled the cards. Well, I write in my journal typically twice a day. Once when I wake up and once before I go to bed. Not as soon as I wake up unless I have a dream, but after my meditation in the mornings. And before I go to bed. And there's typically a very drastic change in how I'm feeling. But guess what? At the end of the day, 10 times out of 10, it's all worked out. It's all worked out. Now, the book isn't telling you that you need to journal. No. The book is a way very, very wealthy, intelligent, smart people stay that way by avoiding ignorance. I don't want to sound like reading Rainbow, but you need to understand how important books, whether they be audio books, I prefer tangible books, learning something new will keep you fresh. It will keep you growing. And you never know what you're gonna need to know tomorrow. And then it's healthy for you. So you want to make sure that you're learning something, that you're engaged in something that you believe in, staying away from ignorance. The book also means hope and revelation. So I had a discussion with someone who I truly care about. And they were explaining to me how they don't believe in hope. They believe in faith, but they don't believe in hope. And biblically, y'all know I'm not, but biblically, that's not really possible because faith is the evidence of things hoped for and the substance of things not seen. So I'm going to have faith that I'm going to make it across the street when I cross it. But that's the evidence of me hoping I make it across the street. So read the books that give you revelation. I give y'all homework assignments today. Review something you wrote about you a while back. Now, I do this often. I have tons of journals around the house, and I will pick up an old one from a year or 2 years ago, and read it. And when I read those pages, things that I said I wanted or things that I said I wanted to do are done. 8 out of 10 are done and taken care of, and the other 2 I forgot about or didn't really need or want, or had something to do with controlling somebody else's feelings or emotions. But if they were about me, 8 out of 10. Well, no. Honestly, about 10 out of 10 are done because I wrote them in my book. If you're in the if you've been in the mentorship program, or you're getting ready to start the new 6-week program that I put out yesterday, and it's already halfway full. It starts on the 10th. You'll understand the power in that. I'll put the link below, y'all. But I only take a certain number of people, so I send it to established clients first. But new people are always welcome. I love my newbies. I love my new people. But the book represents revelation. A lot of you are getting ready to step into a place of revelation where you are seeing things not only for what they are, but for what they can be, when you're recognizing the potential in yourself. When you're recognizing what you've already done, from where you were to where you are now. A lot of people couldn't do that. And if you haven't done that yet, it's because you didn't realize you could. And sometimes it takes a little work to realize that we can. Because you have to not suppress, but get rid of those self-defeating thoughts. You have to figure out where that trauma, where that hurt, where that inner lack is coming from. And you have to weed it out from the root, because otherwise it just grows back. The first time someone says, does something that hurts your feelings, even if it's not the first time, that 100th time, that's the kicker. And I'm only telling you what I know, because look, I've been me my whole life. And been through things that most people don't need to imagine. But I just knew by the time I was 27, I had healed from all of those things. All of them. I knew I had cut those down. And I had. But I hadn't dug them up. So here I was in a position in life where I had everything I wanted. I owned properties. I had got out of an abusive relationship, and this is from someone who came from living in a car in a women's shelter, sleeping on the beach with her kid, and all kind of stuff. Here I had all this stuff. I had all this money and all these belongings and all these people that wanted to be around me because I was really popular at the time, and I had a whole crowd, and I had this person who I knew just loved me to life. And when things started to fall to pieces, as they sometimes do, and this time they didn't fall little bit by little bit where I could quickly, pick it up, put it back together. That came loose, pick it up, put it back together. Here's a pen, let me stick that back up there. No. This was one of those soul crushing, all the wall comes tumbling down moments. I ain't even call it a tower moment, y'all. This was just like 9/11. Both towers at the same time. the whole tragedy of 9/11. That's what it felt like was happening in my life. If I had to figure out how to, I realized then that it was not uprooted. I had cut it down, couldn't see it anymore. So I went through it for a period, and then before I could rebuild, I knew I had to uproot it. So now it's happened again. Not now, but since then. I'm not going to disclose my number of years on the planet right now. Just know I just hadn't made another solar return. When everything crumbled again, because life has a way of testing you sometimes, I was able to put it back together with no problems. And I understood. Did it hurt? Of course. Did I absolutely break? Of course not. Did I spend a year trying to gather my thoughts and put myself back together and figure out what to do next and questioning who I was? Of course not. Not this time. Did it happen for a moment? Yes. And did I realize that these are things that I just remember doing, that I remember feeling, and not that I was actually feeling? Yes. And did I continue to feel them? No. Because they weren't genuine anymore. It was just a memory. So some of you are going to need to have some revelations. And some of you are going to need some help through that. Some of you are looking for your freedom and your passion and wanting to get back to the princess of wand of the person that you used to be. This beautiful, flaming, fiery, passionate person who had this abundance of joy and this abundance of life, and you're ready to step into that place again. And you can. And I hope you check the description box below. Click a couple of the links. Decide what's right for you. But most of all, if you can't do anything right now that you have to pay for, and I've been there too, like, subscribe, share, and comment in love. Good morning, y'all. Peace and light from the Good Witch.